Hey everybody, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
We've got a little bit of a different thing going on this evening. We're not actually at the Wendy's and Scripps Ranch, or the Denny's and Scripps Ranch. Next week we'll go to Wendy's.
Sure.
But we're actually in our den, and this is a green screen, and with the magic of technology, we have transported ourselves to the Denny's. We could also do things like, oops, not that, don't do that. Oh no, what happened? Oh, this. We could show you cat videos. That's Buddy and Bella. And if you don't like cat videos, I'm sorry, but around here we do like cat videos. Here, look, I'll make a small, oh no, not the cats. Sorry folks, we're working out some technical challenges, but there we go, there's cats.
Oh,
so cute, Buddy and Bella.
Yes, we're testing out some new stuff.
Okay, that's enough of cats. Let's put us back up here and turn off the cat video and get back to business.
Yes, business.
Yes. So there were a lot of storms over the past couple days, or a couple major ones, and we had 5 inches of rain in our rain gauge, which is a lot all at once. And there were some pretty crazy videos we saw of Mission Valley flooding, and I'm going to play one here. This is actually from the San Diego Gardener Group, which seemed to be better than the one that was on the news. But here, let me make us a little bit smaller. Where's my window here? Oh no. Sorry, guys. Oh, there we go. Okay, we are smaller, and there's Mission Valley. So this is just somebody from the Gardener Group who was taking a drone video of Mission Valley, and looks like quite a mess there.
Yeah, that's a mess.
Do you know what happened to the Century 21 office? That's in Mission Valley. Were people able to go to the office, or what was the deal there?
I don't think that was affected.
Those cars, those poor people. Those cars, you can't ever drive that car again, right? Like if it's been submerged in flood water, is it ever going to run again, or that's just it?
I don't know. I mean, it depends on how bad it got. But yeah, in general, that's going to be a bad deal for that car.
So we'll keep this playing for a second, but let's move on to a different topic, which is this week was kind of Barrio Logan week for us, and that's not how we planned it. It just sort of happened. Our friend Trish had a birthday, and we went down there and visited with her. It was at the Border X Brewery in Barrio Logan.
Yes, it was.
And so something interesting happened there. I'm gonna put this. There's a picture of it there.
Oh yeah. So
there's this. This is called the center. It's like the center left turn lane, right? So it's supposed to be for turning.
Yeah.
Well, we got down there and we were having trouble parking, and people were parking in this lane.
Yes.
And I was very confused because I didn't think you were supposed to do that, but folks were parking there. And you went to Barrio Logan again yesterday, right?
Yes.
And folks were doing the same thing.
Yes.
And we were talking about it. And so, what's the deal with that? Why
well,
are
it
people
appears
parking
in
there?
this neighborhood, when the street parking runs out, people just start parking in the center lane there, the suicide lane, as we used to call it, and that just seems to be what people are doing. And I was actually chatting with ex-San Diego police chief and ex-mayor Jerry Sanders.
Jerry Sanders, he's a good dude.
Yes, he's
we
a good
Jerry.
dude. At the chamber mixer, and I asked him what's up with that, and he said, well, there's people just started doing it, and they're really, it's just not enough parking enforcement to stop it, and there's not enough parking, so they're just sort of they're just letting it happen.
Well,
not
I guess
not that Jerry's involved with the police department anymore. But he that was his sort of take on it.
Well, if Jerry was around, this wouldn't be happening. You can be sure that he would put a stop to it.
Well, he'd put a stop to a lot of things that are happening now, but anyway.
So, moving on, you were at the ReBru distillery. They were hosting the Chamber of Commerce mixer yesterday, and that's also in Barrio Logan. And this was an interesting place. I didn't get to go because I was on a dance mom duty. So you represented our crew at the chamber mixer.
I did. And ReBru Spirits, do you have them in this?
I do. Here's their website.
Okay, yeah, ReBru Spirits.
San Diego's premier distillery and event venue.
Yeah, they have an event stage there. They have it's like a beer garden kind of thing. This long ball lemon iced tea shooter and more they were sampling this last night. It's like it's sort of a concentrate, if you will. You can make Long Island iced teas out of it. You can make what do they call this? Not Arnold Palmer. That's iced tea and lemonade.
Here's the shooter on the rocks.
Yeah, it's an okay. Scroll down. Phil Mickelson said something about it. This may be the best thing to happen to golf since the putter, says Phil Mickelson.
This liquor?
Yes, this. Okay. So they're making that there.
Long ball and water. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a somewhat concentrated. I mean, I tried some straight. They poured it in a cup for me. Straight out of the bottle.
They didn't just pass a bottle around at the chamber mixer?
No. And as a shooter, I think it's like about 24% alcohol. So what is that? 40 proof? Is that
24? Well, it would be 48 then.
48
right?
proof. So it's like it's an interesting thing. You should give it a try if you're into lemon iced tea alcohol sort of drinks. Not really. My jam 100%.
Oh, I can't. There's nothing when you click.
Yeah. Well, so they're also. Can you make us smaller so that we can show them the rest of this stuff? There we go. So they also make this this whiskey, which I bought some of.
Here, let me put it back up. Yeah.
Okay.
Put it closer to the camera. Oh, it's backwards.
That's
I
all
can
right.
flip it, but
can you?
I can, but I'm not sure what that setting went.
We
better not try that.
You have no idea how hard this was to get set up today.
So there's a chicken on. Well, I guess it's a rooster, but anyway, this chicken liquor Eric got at the. I guess we should have gotten some glasses so we could try it.
I'll get some in a second. Okay. Yes, this is chicken liquor. But they make this whiskey, and they make the absinthe that they did not have any of last night, and then coffee vodka I did not try. And the thing that makes ReBru interesting and definitely unique, as far as I know, is that they're called ReBru because they are repurposing like if a brewery has pallets and pallets of stale beer or beer that for whatever reason they're not going to sell, ReBru gets it from them.
They repurpose it?
Yes, they repurpose it, and it's I really am still struggling to kind of understand how this works, but I have distilled whiskey before. So
it was
strong.
It was strong.
A little rough, but it was for a first try in the kitchen. Anyway, what they do is to make this whiskey, they take old beer and they put it in a vat and then they ferment it, which is confusing to me.
They ferment it again, or do they just distill it?
Maybe they just distill it. I think you have to. I don't know. Whatever they do, this whiskey is made out of old beer.
Okay.
It's distilled from old beer.
And this is a legit San Diego whiskey, right? Because it's made from San Diego. Did they say who they get their beer from?
Different breweries around town.
Okay, so San Diego breweries.
Yeah.
And San Diego distillery.
So I mean, this is made with San Diego water, San Diego beer. It's distilled here in San Diego.
Distilled by San Diegans.
Distilled by San Diegans in San Diego, and it is interesting. And I'll get a couple glasses so we can give it a taste test. Oh boy, there goes my. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, no. You lost your little microphone mitt.
Oh man!
Once we start, messing around with things, we're not gonna be able to. Oh, there we go. Okay, you got it back.
It's on the floor though. Now it's all
got fuzzy. A little cat hair on it.
So so this goes right on the end of the mic there, and I'll be right back.
Did you unplug this mic, or you just?
No,
oh, okay.
No.
All right, go get some glasses. This is 46.5% alcohol. That's it's a little stronger than your normal, your standard 40 proof. Looks like we've got 93 proof, or 80 proof, would be standard. This is 93. Bottle 169 of batch number 2. So let's give it a try.
Yeah, so this is like really small batch stuff. They're not making a ton of this there. I put some pictures on our Instagram.
Yeah, go check out our IG.
Yeah, there's some photos of this place in the barrel, the aging room. I'm not going to pour very much because we're already drinking another.
Well, people have to go to your personal IG for that because you only tagged our business page in the first one, so I could only repost the one that you
I
tagged
thought the
us in.
whole story.
No, well, one story is the one anyway. We'll get into that later, but.
Jeez. All right. Well, I don't quite understand how all this technology works. But
it's all very complicated.
But I do understand whiskey. I understand.
Okay, so I kind of wish that I didn't know that it was distilled from beer before I tried it because, like, as I'm smelling it, I can smell the beer. Like it smells.
It does.
It smells
have a
almost
bit of
like more beer than whiskey.
You know, I gotta be really honest. When I tried it at the place yesterday, I was like, "Wow, that's smooth," but I'm not necessarily having the same experience here today.
Maybe that was the first batch or something.
Maybe it needs to breathe a bit.
Maybe, but it does, like, I can taste the beer, or at least I feel like, I believe, I think I can taste the beer. And that's a good or bad thing depending on how much you like beer. And I'm not really a beer drinker. So if you like whiskey that tastes like old beer, then you are gonna love this.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it tastes like old beer. It does have a beer sort of essence, but it also tastes like whiskey. There's no doubt about the fact that it tastes like whiskey, right? Come on now. Come on.
Somebody's gonna like this. I mean, maybe it's not for me. It's not for everyone. It does have a distinct flavor. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not really. It's not the flavor. I don't want to throw shade at a local distillery, and I'm sure there are plenty of people who would like this.
Well, the bottom line is, if you don't like the whiskey that's repurposed from old beer, you could try the absinthe. They make a gin, and they also make the coffee vodka. And then they make a different vodka.
Are these all made from old beer too?
No, I think that coffee vodka, I believe, starts out as old coffee.
They like go to Starbucks and get the old coffee grounds?
I don't know what they do.
Or I guess to make it a San Diego thing, I don't know, was there like a local San Diego? Oh, Mostra coffee. You could get your grounds from Mostra.
You know, I did not get to ask where they got the coffee for the vodka. But perhaps now that we've talked about ReBru and Barrio Logan and beer flavored whiskey,
it's time to move on.
Maybe we should.
Time to move on from talking about this chicken liquor.
Right.
Okay, so let's talk about the market a little bit. And for those of you who might have seen Eric's Market Watch this week, I'm sorry, these are the same slides. We're just going to talk about them very briefly. Here, why don't you go ahead and do like a Cliff's Notes of what you did yesterday.
Well, yeah, I do this San Diego Market Watch show every Thursday, and of course, Deva, makes these graphics for.
And we're not in presentation mode. You could do that if you want, but
no. That's okay. We don't need to be in presentation mode. I'm not going to do the whole thing.
Okay.
The bottom line is that what I discussed yesterday in San Diego Market Watch is that we are roughly 3 weeks into 2023, and so far it is not what people thought it was going to be.
A lot of people, including us, thought there was going to be maybe not a crash, but more of a downtrend.
Continued ugliness.
Yes, continued ugliness
is what we thought. So, going back to October and going all the way back out all summer, we had inventory, way up here near 4,500 units. And then since around Thanksgiving time, it's been going steadily down, and it went down again last week, which was somewhat unexpected because everybody always thinks there's more inventory in January. Well, not this January. New listings down from last week and pending sales up from last week. And, so that's what's going on right now. Less listings, more pending sales, sort of a little bit of buyer enthusiasm in the air.
Buyers are out and about, and if you scroll down to the next slide, you can see why. The market is very sensitive to interest rate changes right now.
Yes.
We're trending down, and that's good for everyone.
Yeah,
whether you're a buyer or seller, lower rates is good.
Rates are a little bit down, and I did discuss how, buyers that were in the market, way back in March and April of last year, are not necessarily the same buyers that are around now. So the buyers that are around now, see rates having been way up here and now they're here, and so I won't say they're happy, but they're not as irritated as they were up here. So anyway, lower rates.
I was irritated too, and I wasn't even trying to buy a house.
Lower rates makes things easier. It more people can qualify. Buyers are a bit happier. If you can negotiate some seller credit, you can buy this rate down to an even better rate. Anyway, it's all humming right along right now. I guess I should say that overall activity is not. The numbers are not what they were like a couple of years ago, but activity is increasing, and we're doing fine. And today, we just closed the biggest deal we've ever closed. I don't mind telling you that.
Well, let's move on to that, because I have a screen for that too.
Okay,
This is a place, and I'm going to reload this. This is a place in Carmel Valley that just closed today. This is our listing. It sold quickly too. It was on the market for like
turkey
5.
washes away
The chicken liquor.
Yeah.
So here, I'm going to scroll down. Okay, and you can see the price point on this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to open this video here. I don't. There is audio for it too, but I don't think you're going to hear that.
Which is fine. So yes, this is the house on Smith Canyon Court that just closed today. Like just minutes ago, we got the notice that it closed. This place was like a museum to 1990. Everything in here, all the fixtures, all the carpet, the kitchen, everything was original, but in pristine condition original, not like beat up original. This, I mean, if you want to,
these folks took care of their place.
If you want to see what 1990 looked like, this was it. And there was, I mean, just everything in this place was original, but immaculate, and even the carpet, and here we are out in the backyard. Anyway, we're really excited and happy to close this one. It's a definitely a new chapter in our business, being able to represent sellers at this price point. Very exciting, and I certainly hope to do a lot more of it.
Or any price point. We're excited. Well, we like this, but this is a new milestone for us.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I don't like making money, because I do.
I mean, honestly, we've been fine over the past few months, but business has been a little bit slow, and it has been for everyone.
Yes. So to get something like this closed is a shot in the arm for 23, and gives the year a nice feeling starting off the year. And
we've got a couple more closings coming up.
Yep.
So that's good. So thank you to our sellers, and also to our good friends Marcus and Lolita
for introducing us to the sellers.
Yes. And okay, so let's move on now. So
Indeed.
another news item is the first New Age Chuck E. Cheese is set to open in San Diego.
New Age Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, so when I heard New Age Chuck E. Cheese, I'm thinking they're going to have like bowls of crystals, and they're going to be playing Yanni music, and and they're going to have like tarot readers are there. But no. So New Age, well, you can see the story here, a little picture. It looks like
a Panda Express is what it looks like.
It does look like a Panda Express. So it's going to be in the old Hometown Buffet in Santee, which is the location. Well, that's kind of redundant, but yeah, it's going to be located in the old Hometown Buffet. So apparently what New Age means to Chuck E. Cheese is they're going to have brighter lighting, sleeker furniture, and cleaner signage. And to me, that's not New Age. That's just like modernized or updated.
You just remodeled it.
Yeah, they're calling it New Age.
Cheese.
Yeah.
Are they going to replace that ratty old uniform or the costume?
Okay, so there's more.
Okay.
So apparently there are going to be costumed performers interacting with patrons.
Oh, wonderful.
And to me, that sounds horrifying.
Yes,
like, I do not want to interact with a costumed performer at Chuck E. Cheese.
No.
I've done it before, and I feel like those days are behind me. We don't have little kids anymore. We don't need to interact with the costume performers at Chuck E. Cheese.
No.
There will also be an interactive dance floor, and I don't know what that means.
Oh, that might be one of those where you step on it and something happens.
Well, I hope it goes well, and I hope folks enjoy the New Age Chuck E. Cheese. I will not be going because, like I said, I feel like my Chuck E. Cheese days are behind me. Don't have little kids anymore. We used to like Chuck E. Cheese. I remember this one glorious...
Well, like is a relative word.
Well, we would go there because our little kids wanted to go.
Yes.
John had his 3rd birthday at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes, and he was miserable.
Well, that's all he wanted for months. I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday. And we did. We set it up. And I was like 8 months pregnant. And,
that's right. Yeah.
So we have this picture of John on his 3rd birthday. And, part of the experience is Chuck E. Cheese, which is, not really a mouse, but it's a teenager in a mouse suit.
In case you didn't know, it isn't really a giant mouse.
I'm sorry, folks.
Yeah,
if
sorry.
I'm
Sorry to
ruining
burst
that
your
for you.
bubble.
Right. So he will put a birthday crown on you.
Oh.
And we have this picture of John, and he's sitting at the head of the table, and he just looks miserable.
Yes.
And Chuck E. Cheese is crowning him with the birthday crown.
Yeah.
And I'm not in the picture, but I'm pretty sure if you had gotten a picture of me, I wouldn't look too happy because we had just put this, birthday experience together for John, and he was...
Well, it isn't, that's oftentimes, if you're a parent, you know this, and if you're not a parent, you're going to learn this. Oftentimes, the hard way. What your children tell you they want, they do. They genuinely do want it. But sometimes when they get it, and you're expecting them to be excited and happy, they are not.
I've been to several little kid birthday parties where the birthday kid was not happy and was sulking in a corner where the parents are trying to, to save the day.
And as a parent, you just have to suck it up and deal with it.
Anyway.
You already paid the caterer.
That's a line from
Night at the
Roxbury, which is an excellent movie if you haven't seen it.
It is.
Okay, so new Chuck E. Cheese. I think we can move on from there.
Yes, indeed.
So here's another. So this isn't San Diego, but this is interesting and still a Southern California thing. So Pizza Hut has set a new world record for the world's largest pizza. So it's a 14,100 square foot pizza.
What's a big pizza?
I know, and they made it to celebrate the return of their big New Yorker pizza. And I don't know what that is, but this is from the LA Convention Center. Oh, these folks, I thought I had
They didn't cook a 14,000 square foot pizza all at once.
Look at this.
This
is at the LA Convention Center.
Well, what are they doing? Okay, they're laying out the crust. They're putting the toppings on. All right. They're wearing gloves. That's good. Shoe covers. That's also good.
That dude had a beard on. He didn't have like a beard cover.
Yeah, he should have had a beard cover. How are they going to cook this thing?
I don't know. Maybe they'll get to it.
All right. So while we're waiting for them to get to cooking the pizza, one of the reasons.
Oh, these people are going to tell us probably, but we're not. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Well, I was going to talk about the format change here with the live show. Mm-hmm. A few weeks ago we went on and on for about 30 minutes, and she had a ton of trouble with Facebook after that, trying to deal with that long of a live video. Facebook was basically not specifically telling us, but telling us with technical issues that you better not do a long video. And then we tried to go live on YouTube last week, and we had different problems. And the bottom line is we decided we need to own our own source file and then upload that to the various platforms. And so what we are able to do is actually stream live on Facebook. We think we're live on Facebook.
We don't even know. No one's commented yet.
Right. The bottom line is now what we're hoping is that we're going to have a file here locally on.
Jamie Williams. She sees.
Hey,
Jamie.
All right.
Happy Friday.
You're the first guest in our
new format.
Scandals and Animals. Well, Jamie likes cats, so she'll appreciate.
Well, who wouldn't like cats? You'd have to be a terrible person not to like cats.
Yes, you would. But yeah, Buddy and Bella definitely like each other, and I'm assuming that later on in this video...
we love you too, Jamie.
Love you too, yes. We're assuming that later on in this video, Buddy assaults Bella and she runs off.
Well, he gets excited and he gets too aggressive with his washing, and Bella doesn't like it, and then they get in a tussle and somebody runs away. That's always the way.
Her fur wouldn't be as nice as it is if Buddy didn't clean it for her.
No, that's true.
Buddy is... I think what Buddy... Oh, now she likes to bite him. Anyway, so the new format is both a new idea and something that was born out of somewhat out of necessity. They say necessity is the mother of invention, and here we are.
All right. Well,
so we've talked about some life in San Diego stuff.
We talked about the real estate market.
We showed you some cat videos. What else is there to do? Do you have any other tabs that we're supposed to look at?
No, I feel like this went pretty well. I mean, we'll have to look at the replay, but I think it was a good first. We didn't even know. Our computer might not even be plugged in.
Right. It seems like it's going well, and Jamie stopped by, so we know that people were seeing it. So I guess we're going to have to stop recording. Take a look at Facebook, see what went out over the airwaves, and then the source file will be uploaded to other platforms for
future viewings.
Everyone to see. Yes.
Well, thank you, Jamie, for stopping by. Happy Friday.
Yes, indeed.
Anyone else who might watch later or who is lurking, but no, thanks, Jamie. Thanks for stopping by. Happy Friday. I guess I already said that. But
it only gets better from here, folks.
Or worse, who knows?
Yeah. Oh, the rice is done.
Oh, good. Okay, let's move on to the cooking dinner portion of our evening.
Yes. All right. You all have a great weekend. We will see you next Friday. And don't forget to tune in to Neighborhood Real Estate Update and San Diego Market Watch next week. Those are shows that happen midweek for us. And then we'll be back again here. Sitting in front of the computer in these bright lights next Friday.
Stay classy.
See you later.